Hey YouTube, Test1 here again. I've got some pretty cool figures that I want to talk to you about, and this is probably, I think as far as having good collectibles, 1/6 scale collectibles, these guys are probably going to hit the top 5 mark for me because of simply all the stuff that's been put into it and the care that's been put into it. So Coomodel, big thumbs up from me, guys, and you're on the right track, and you're getting away from the common 1/6 collectibles, if you know what I'm saying. These guys, they created this VIKING's Vanquisher, it's called. It's a Valhalla Classic Collection version, whatever that means. But these guys are as classic as you're gonna get. Great shipper box. Right, this is how the boxes come out. The display of the figurines themselves. Love the guys from the north, the Nordics. These are like a dramatised Viking guys, as far as I can see. Like, I mean, or they were very wealthy and they could afford to have all this stuff made for them, or they've stolen some of it. But metal crafted weaponry was probably for the very rich northerner. So I'll lift the lid. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because there's quite a bit going on in here, and it's a bit overwhelming. So this is how it's come out, and these guys, they're as mighty can be, and they've just the sheer weight of this box, I know that there's quality work being put in here with die casting. So what you have here, metal helmets, kitted out Vikings, if you want to call it that, with everything already on them. But these guys, like in the extra sets of hands, and over to the left here you've got a metal sword with a metal sheath. Plenty of hands, plenty of action hands, and then when you remove the top layer, then you're presented with the bits and pieces or accessories, bags of them, which is got the pouches and all and whatnot, the holders for the weapons to go around their bodies. So you got the horns, you've got a massive, mighty massive, crusted with the most expensive and elaborate metal, which is actually plastic, it's not metal, carvings and workmanship that have been put into this shield. So that someone very wealthy would have had this made. Extras, you get an extra helmet and an extra shield, I think, as far as getting the twin set. So if you're lucky enough to have the twin set, well then you made the right move. So what we got with the box was a detailed layout of the accessories that you have in the second layer box. I'll be putting all that together, placing everything out onto the desk, have these mighty boys standing in front of the accessories, and then from there a quick discussion of what these guys got. I'm not going into the articulation because they're not going to make these things without having good quality articulation, I'll tell you, because they're dealing with metal axes and metal swords, so they've got the top-notch articulation. Get these guys out, stick them on the desk. As they are, they're very heavy, but they do support themselves quite a while. So we've got the baldy and the guy with a bit of a tail. We're going to show you them close up and exactly what's on them right now. Pretty exciting stuff. That was a task and a half. Just pulling all the stuff out was just overwhelming with of glorious bits and pieces. But there you have it, the two Vikings next to each other. You got more of the berserker style with the skins involved here, but also you do have furs involved here. So both pretty much the same in different ways. Going quickly looking at these the armor plating, which is made out of metal. You got the arm guards metal. There's quite a lot of metal, and then when you want to go down to talking about the linking, I've just cut the video just to give you pretty much a detailed close-up look of what I was talking about. The linking with the chainmail is incredible. It's so real. Well, it is real. It's a miniature version of the real thing. It's linked and it's like steel wool. It's a proper chainmail on these guys, and the chainmail is underneath their clothing as well. So it's, both of them have the same sort of chainmail, real metal chainmail, and then you've got the highly detailed armor shoulder pieces that I think the guy next to me has one of these identical to the right shoulder, but he's got a leather shoulder strapping on the other side. The head sculpting is highly detailed, well painted, well presented, solid heads, not hollow heads. The gluing of the beard is very well done. There's no faults I can see. I think they've glued it very well. It feels like real. There's three different textures. There's the texture of the beard. Then you have the fur, the wolf's fur, and then you have the almost. I'm just going to quickly go around to it. The straw type fur or hair, which is like the horsetail hair. So they've gone into extreme detail of how to come up with these figures. So these guys are strong in the joints. They've got very good bendable parts. Nothing's loose. They're supporting the armor on them very well. They stand on their own very well. See what I mean? But the fur actually looks like real animal fur. So they've gone into the detail of everything they've made. The leather looks like real leather. Even with the bladders and the water bottles and stuff, it just looks so real. The cloth, thick, it's layered, it's for warmth. Everything is, it's like it's just coming out of the north right now. Like everything's perfect. Very impressed with how they've strapped everything. They've given you everything pretty much all dressed up. You don't have to dress it up. The boots, well painted. They could have used the leather look, but they've gone for the sculpt look instead. Plenty of articulation. It's for how big they are and how solid they are, and the cloth pants. They are very well stable figure. So it's amazing how much detail Coomodel's put into these figures. And the chances are, it's how do they know how well they're going to sell? So I don't think they've sold very fast on the market, but for what's in them, I think they're underestimated. So here I've just fanned out the guy's beard, just to give him that sort of a more of a wild man look. But look at the sculpt. Look at the detail. You can see his teeth, his tongue, everything, and everything's painted perfectly. Looks like he's got a bit of a you know, that two-tone shave around his head, a bit shinier on top. So the detail is incredible, and the weight. Again, here's the leather layers on the right shoulder, and then you got that metal like the other Viking Ragnar, because he looks just like him. Yeah, so you got the metal on him. He's got the chainmail, exactly the same, but he's got more fur over the shoulders and coming down. But underneath, he's got more armor. So he's fully kitted out. These guys, they got different arm braces or arm supports or guards or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, studded and just pure savageness of their armor. They're just built for a battle, that's for sure. All these little straps hanging down, you know, like all the way around. Almost Roman, isn't it? He got it from the Romans in battle. In this one, they've decided to put some leather belting around the boots as well. So that looks quite effective as well. Huge feet. And the fur, like I said, it was just crazy detail, and even getting the fur to look like real animal fur. Thick protective belts. Bases are pretty standard, like a wood grain, almost a wood deck look. Nothing on the fronts, just standard, just to support these heavy guys. I'll just give you a close up of Ragnar. I've just kept his beard close together, and you know, and how they've sculpted the mustache and it blends in with the beard is very clever. Done it with the hair. Here's a bit of a tail going on the back there. Great articulation. They are very tight joints. Yeah, nothing wrong with any of the all double jointed stuff going on there. They can pose. They can pose, and they can support the metal. They can support the metal that they're going to hold. So, speaking of metal, the swords and the axes, I'm gonna get right into it and show you what comes with these two mighty beasts, the Vikings, the men of the north. Just a quick scan down of these great looking guys. Over to the other guy. Here we go. Great detail, great paint apps. And then we move on to the helmets. You know, die-cast helmets, real chainmail. You know, everything is there. Loving it. Over to the next helmet. Now this was the bonus one that you got if you ordered the two together, the two Vikings together. Lovely horse's hair tail there. Leather bits in the back. The flaps. Fine detail in all of it. And then we have another helmet. So 3 all up. Focus. 2 with the horns, and they make the horns look like real horns. That shiny sort of glossy look. Lovely. Then you have, these are your posed hands on the top here. So, and then in a separate bag they put the holding hands, the weapons hands. Same both sides. Then you have the bonus shield that come with the bonus helmet. It's a smaller in size to the other one, but it's still it's quite light, but it's well made. Completely doubled in size the other shield. Lovely workmanship put into the shield with the strapping, I assume, to put over the back of his shoulder. Now we have the axes. I'm assuming one of these axes goes with one guy that has a sword. So I'm assuming this one would go with the guy that has the sword. Now this also is a metal sword. Well made, very heavy. And in the sheath alone, you know, the detail that's put into that, the little ring to thread onto the belt. Then we have the double-headed axe. Very, very heavy. And the single-headed axe. Highly decorated. So weapons and shields, you get quite a lot, but that doesn't stop there, because then this is the layout of I went by the directions here, and this is what you get. You also get a knife. Look at the work that's been put into that. It's just not no plain knife. This is, you're getting your money's worth. You know, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. So it's very happy with the quality of work that Coomodel has put into this. So pouch, your knife, your 2 ring feeds for the axes, and another pouch. Large pouch. With the other belt pouch, a single ring for feeding a weapon onto, the horn, and the detail on that looks like a real horn, and another pouch. So I think this would be the sword carrying Viking, and maybe this would be the axe carrying Viking. So that's how I'll do it. You do also get a drinking bladder that looks like leather, the way they've worn it and weathered it. And you get a spare belt So quite a lot of stuff when you look at it. There's a lot going on there. It's just overwhelming, and that's just not to say what's going on with the guys themselves, the Vikings themselves. They're so equipped as they are. So really good 1/6 collectible as far as I'm concerned. It's metal, plenty of metal. When it was supposed to be provided, it was supplied, and it's in full. So chainmail, I'm very impressed. I just want to get all this stuff onto these guys and show you them fully kitted out with the helmets on, and then yeah, that would be it. To probably just do one pose, because I don't want to waste time posing and extend the video for too long. Okay, gonna get into posing right now. Pretty much got everything on these Vikings. I haven't gone into using the hands. I just had the extra helmet left over and the bonus shield as well. So, but everything else is on these guys. It wasn't hard to put on. It was firm. There was no weak things. Nothing broke. So pretty much good quality in everything in this set. So we start off with the Ragnar, I suppose you'd say, holding the shield, sword, got the pouch, the horn, metal axe at the back there, pouch, bladder, water bladder, and of course the sheath. All fits on well. I've actually got two belts, so I had the second belt holding the sheath, and I'm pretty sure it's just holding the horn on the other side. Yeah. So you've got plenty of belts. There also is a belt on the shield that you can use for strapping onto the body at the back. So you have that option. And then fitted with the horned helmet. Now, easy to take off. There's not much rubbing involved. And then we have that helmet. So you have an extra. If you get sick of looking at the same helmet, you have the option of changing it out a bit. You can pretty much pose the hell out of these guys. They're made for posing. There's so many different poses you can do with these figures. Now look at this guy holding the metal axes, and they're not light axes. They are supported in the arms. There's no floppy joints. He's holding the axes, no problem whatsoever. And you can see that's the bonus helmet. Really, really good. That's the bonus helmet. And then I've got his belt set up as well with the pouch. The two rings at the back to have the two axes hanging off. Whoops. And the knife. Crazy articulation, crazy strength in the figures. Well detailed in every way. Cast, the chainmail, incredible. Probably the best warrior 1/6 figures I have in my collection now, because of the pure metal that's used in this, and it's in that real chainmail. It's got me, completely got me. Fantastic figures. You can't go wrong if you're into this sort of the Nordic style of warriors. These guys kill it. They literally kill it. Coomodel, you've just knocked it out of the park again. Yeah, I have one figure, I think it's the Monkey King that you combined with another company. I think it was Too Cool or something like that. You made that Monkey King, but this is the only pure Coomodel figure I have in my collection. And don't regret spending anything of this. And it was a total of Australian dollars, $700, because the dollar's crap in Australia, but shipping and all that, it's now they've got the GST and crazy stuff, but yeah, but well worth it. Don't regret it. My mighty Vikings. That's it for me. I think I've chatted enough. Test just one out. Catch ya.